Hi everyone, and welcome to Bad Weather Barbecue. I'm Johnny, and I know what you're thinking. Where the hell's this guy been? I thought he'd fallen off the face of the planet. Well, let me just take a couple of minutes to tell you, and then we'll get on with some cooking. Hi everyone, welcome to the channel. I just wanted to take a quick second to say hello to all of my new subscribers. You're very, very welcome. Despite me being away for about 4 or 5 months and not putting out any additional content, the channel has continued to grow. So a big welcome to all of you who are new here. Right, my last video was my cleaning video, which I did at the end of January. So what happened after that was I got COVID, and then following about 10 days of that, I went back to college to catch up on all the work that I'd been missing. At that point, the assessments were coming thick and fast, and I decided to prioritize that, which is why I've had to kind of sideline YouTube just for the time being. I did, however, want to just give you a little bit of an insight into what I've been up to during those 4 or 5 months. So there's a couple of key things which I just wanted to show you. First was that I hosted a Texas barbecue night. This was my specific theme night, held up at Perth College, which happened on the 26th of April. During this night, I adopted the role of head chef, and I had all of my peers working for me, producing the menu and dishes that I designed. My focus here was to understand if I could indeed fuse fine dining with barbecue. And I was really, really pleased with what we were able to achieve that night. We got some fantastic feedback from the clients. So overall, a roaring success. One of my other big assessments was my graded unit. So this is where I had to cook 4 courses for 4 people with a budget of £40 in 3 hours. The theme of that was Scotland's natural larder. And again, I was really, really pleased at how this came out. You'll see some pictures up on the screen just now. My four dishes were brilliant, even if I don't say so myself. I managed to do a Arbroath smoky croquette with a minted pea tartlet. I then did some gin cured trout for my intermediate. I then did tornadoes rossini for my main, followed by a basmati kheer for dessert. And last but not least, we also managed to get a wee trip to London. This was with the college, it was an educational one, but we also had a lot of fun as well. A big part of that was continuing to sort of grow my network. And I'm very pleased to say that we got a tour of the Savoy Hotel from none other than the executive head chef himself, Chef Fabrice Lesnon. We spent a couple of hours with the chef, and it was absolutely brilliant getting to see how something as iconic as the Savoy Hotel operates in terms of its kitchen and front of house services. So with the summer holidays coming up now, I really wanted to take a step back into YouTube and just check in with you guys and just see how you were getting on with your barbecuing. I'm going to be getting back into my kind of usual routine of trying to get at least 1 video out per week. And I've been working on some recipes that I think you guys will really like, some more complex ones, but some straightforward, burger type recipes that are easy and quick to do as well. And yes, I am going to be doing more videos on the mini Kamado from Aldi. I know a lot of you have been asking about that. I have been watching the comments, so I am thinking up a few recipes that I can do for you guys on that. Right, let's get on with some cooking then. Right, this video has actually been in the pipe. I recorded this pre-COVID, so we're actually going back to late January, early February here. But it's a great burger recipe and one that I'd be keen for you guys to try. So I was desperate to try and get this out on my first video back. So do enjoy, and I'll see you at the end of the video. So today it's the arrival of the Onion Bhaaaji burger. You see what I did there? This is just a £1/4 pound burger, but we're making it today with lamb mince. We're going to be adding in some seasoning, and we'll be using Angus & Oint's Bhaaaaji seasoning. We'll be then topping it with our own fresh homemade cucumber raita, as well as our very own Onion Bhaaaji. As ever, please stick around to the end of the video where I'll give you my 3 top tips for making this cook a success. In terms of sides today, we're just going to keep it super light. All we'll be serving this with is some lovely fresh cucumber. Okay, without any further ado, let's get in the kitchen and get prepping our food. So our first step today is to take 2 red onions, which we've sliced up, and we're just going to soften them up in a pan. So once the onions have softened up like this, what to do is just get them out of the pan into a bowl and just let them cool slightly. While the onions are cooling, we'll get on with the rest of our mixture. So we've got 100 grams of gram flour here, and we're just going to pop that into a sieve. And then we've got half a teaspoon of baking powder. And then lastly, just a wee pinch of salt. And we're just going to sieve that through. Next up, we've got 2 teaspoons of curry paste. Just add that into your mixture. And then lastly, we've got a whole red chili seeds included, because we want a little bit of fire in this. All right, so what I've now got is 150 mils of water. Now the key with this is you won't need any more than this. You might need a little less, but certainly don't add any more. And what we're gonna do is we're just gonna add it slowly into our mixture. So we'll just give the paste and the chili just a little mix first in the flour, and then what we're gonna do is just slowly add the water to it. Right, I actually think that will be all we need. So what we've used there is probably just about 100 mils of water as opposed to 150. So it's this kind of consistency that will absolutely coat the back of a spoon and stay on. So I've now got a pan on. I've got a frying pan here with a couple of centimeters of some vegetable oil in. So we're going to fry our bhaaajis in that today. So that's now heating up. But whilst that's heating up, what we're going to do is we're going to add in our onions into our batter mixture. And we're just going to give them a nice turn through. So we're going for golden brown here. Now we're going to flip the first one. There we go. And number 2. It's only a couple of minutes each side. So that's our bhaaajis now done. As I say, a couple of minutes each side, and we're just going to take them out and we'll just pop them on a wire rack and they can rest. So what we'll do is I'm just going to cook off the rest of my batter mixture now. So burger wise, couldn't be simpler. For those of you who regularly watch the channel, you'll have seen me do this way a few times now. All we do is we take our mince, which has come straight out of the fridge, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to hit it with a bit of seasoning. And as I said earlier, this is Angus & Oink's Bhaaaaaji rub. So use as much or as little of that as you want, and then it's just a case of just mixing it through. Now there are people who, like me, do it like this because I like to get the flavours through it, and then there are people who will form their burgers up and then hit it with the seasoning at the end. I don't really know if there's a difference in terms of the results you get out of it, but this one works pretty well for me. So what I'm going to do now is, as I said, this is 500 grams. We've got 4 people eating today. So we're going to break this into 125 gram chunks, and then we're going to press them. So that's our burgers formed now, so it's time to head outside. We're going to hit up the Weber E310 today, the gas grill, and just do our burgers and our buns on that. Right, so it's time to plate this bad boy up now. So it couldn't be simpler. We've toasted off our buns, and what we're going to do is we're just going to add a little bit of this to it. Now this is Gita's Premium Lime and Chili Chutney. If you haven't tried this, oh, you owe it to yourself to give it a bash. So you can get it in most big retailers, so go and grab some. I'm just going to add a little bit of this to the bottom of our buns.
just for a little bit of sweetness and obviously tartness off the lime. It's absolutely brilliant. Like so. What we'll do now is we will add our burgers in. Like so. Now, fun bit. Let's add a bhaji in. Like so. And we're just going to take a little bit of our raita and we'll just add that onto the top there. Like so. Then we've got our buns, the tops of the buns that we'll add. But what we're going to do is we're going to serve these with another bhaji on the top and just a knife straight through it, like so. So there we have our burgers ready to go.
So there you have it, the Onion Bhaaaji burger in all its glory. Early in the video, I said to stick around to the end where I give you my 3 top tips for making this cook a success. So here we go. Number 1, don't be afraid to play about with your seasoning. As you saw today, I used Angus & Oink's Bhaaaaji, which is for me a go-to when cooking lamb, but you might prefer other flavors, so don't be afraid to give it a shot. Number 2, in terms of your bhaji, try and get it to a similar circumference to your actual burger. It just helps when stacking it up and presenting it. Number 3, those of you who are regular to the channel will know that when it comes to burgers, there is no need for any form of binding agent, i.e. breadcrumbs, eggs, whatever it is. So get all that stuff to the side. All we need to do is make sure that our meat is chilled appropriately. So keep it in the fridge prior to forming it, and then once you have formed it, get it back in the fridge until it's time to cook. So I hope you liked that video today. If you did, please hit that like button. And if you haven't yet subscribed, it would be fantastic if you would consider doing so. As ever, please leave me a comment in the section below. I'm having a lot of fun interacting with you guys at the moment. So thanks for watching, everyone. You look after yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video.